If you think that 911 is always going to save you, think again.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them hoes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
This is why I train in martial arts.
Yes, yes, yes. This is why I train in martial arts. Because I don't believe that the police and that 911 can save me all the time. I should do a screenshot of this, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to tell you to go to msn.com and search for 911 operator who didn't want to talk to anyone and hung up on calls sentenced to jail. Now, according to this article, she got 10 days in jail. She has to take a decision-making class, and she has to write an apology letter. Her name is Krishanda Williams. This was in Houston, Texas. She worked for the Houston Police Department as a 911 operator. Now, check this out. I'm reading right from the news story. This is not the Onion, okay? Jim Moulton said he dialed 911 in 2016 to report two vehicles speeding down the internet. Moulton thought that the call had dropped when it ended only 45 seconds after, but he was actually hung up on by Williams. According to the court documents, she hung up on the phone and said, quote, "Ain't nobody got time for this, for real," end quote. Someone may feel like they don't have time for your emergency. So if somebody's trying to choke you to death or beat you to death, and the 911 operator on the other side while you're trying to get your iPhone out to call 911, you just may end up dead or in a coma before a more courteous 911 operator is available. Or you find a good Samaritan, or I should say a good Samaritan finds you before you manage to bleed out, pass out, or die. This is why I train in martial arts. Yet another reason, you have got to be able to protect yourself. You've got to be able to take care of yourself. You don't need to be Bruce Lee, but I think, advanced beginner status in practically every style I've studied is usually more than enough for you to be able to protect yourself from the type of person who's most likely to help you. No, you're not going to be able to go toe to toe with some cage fighter in his or her prime. But you may be able to keep somebody from hurting you or mugging you. Now remember, as I said to someone last night, taking lessons is fine, taking lessons is great, and I encourage you to do that. But your best form of self-defense is, of course, your lifestyle. So if you do your best to lead a good lifestyle and do the right thing, then when emergency come up, you can fall back on your empty hand training. And after that, maybe then you might have to get a gun or call 911. But just remember, just like not every civilian is a good civilian, not every cop is a good cop, and not every 911 operator is a good operator. So, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And I'm going to put a link to this article below so you can get a look at the woman who felt like she just didn't have time to be bothered with you while you're suffering.